Greetings, global travellers. Here's a cautionary tale, if you like. As you may know, I have a 1-year retirement visa for here in Thailand, and it has to be renewed every year. Oh, by the way, do you like the new glasses? Here is a trick. Makes me look a bit like a Gestapo secret agent, doesn't it? Very sinister. Anyway, I digress. But the caveat being that every 90 days I have to go to immigration office and just report in, and then they give me another little stamp in my passport that lasts me for another 90 days. So yesterday, full of joy and almost no anxiety whatsoever, because it's always been an easy process. I went to immigration in Phuket town, and I ended up seeing the wrong person. Now, I find immigration always very, very stressful. I had such a bellyful of it when I was working in the USA until I finally got my green card. Then it got a hell of a lot easier, almost worry-free after that. But even with a green card, I had to be careful of the time I spent outside of the USA, because their idea was, quite rightly, that if you have a green card, you're supposed to live in America. It's a permanent residency. It's not a citizenship. Anyway, when I finally became a citizenship, all that went away, and I can now do what I want. But I now have to deal with a whole different raft of immigration issues, aka Thailand. And you have to be careful, and you have to be lucky who you see when you go into the immigration office. You may get someone that's really helpful, or you might get a real SOB. That was the case in the States. I remember a very famous time when I was renewing my H-1B visa in London in the US Embassy. And I got an absolute SOB that was telling me all the things that I couldn't do. I shouldn't be there doing it and whatever. But it turns out that over the years I knew more about immigration law than he did, and I shot him down on every point. Now in Thailand I can't do that, because A, I don't know, and B, I don't know the language. So anyway, you would imagine that the people to watch out for would be, the local immigration officers, because, you're a foreigner in their country, and a lot of them would probably rather you weren't there, though it's their job. But the last people you expect to get a problem with are the Western people that they employ there to greet you and to ease you through the system. They're supposed to know pretty well intimately exactly what you need to do and whatever. And yesterday I got someone, an old Farang man, Dutch I think, that was just a positive menace. Now, either he was ill-informed or he was a complete arsehole. But he took one look at my visa in here and said, you can't renew it here. You have to go to some other place, I know not where, and renew, do your 90-day reporting. You can't do your 90-day here, because this visa didn't come from this office. So therefore you must have travelled. And by the way, that's probably made your Tabby and Barn, your rental agreement, null and void. So here's all the paperwork to get a new Tabby and Barn. And I'm going, oh dear Jesus Christ, what the fuck, you know? So this can't be right. It can't be right, because 3 months prior to that, with the same visa, I'd just gone straight through, in and out in 10 minutes. So I grabbed my passport back off of him and just gave him a snort, and derisory snort, and walked out. And I went back down to the immigration specialists in Patton Beach, where they are the people that got me this visa. So I'm saying to them as nicely as I can, because I was very, very stressed out by this time, look, you know, I paid, you know, 25,000 baht for this visa, and for what? It's useless. I can't do my 90-day reporting on it. And so they took my passport and they took the form, and the young lady there, she went back to the immigration office that afternoon and just sailed through. So this old fool, this old Falang fool, had either purposely or through ignorance completely misled me and stressed me out severely. I didn't get any sleep last night. I really, really get uptight about these things, because I've had so many bad experiences over the years at immigration. So anyway, I've just got back from the office again, and here is my passport with another 90-day stamp in it. I shall know next time to stay well away from that old fool. They've got a drive-in service there, for Christ's sake. You know, why don't I use that and just go and drive through? But it's absolute. Anyway, be warned. Be warned. You never know who's going to screw you over. Bye-bye.